day. Carterville Lions hit the road for a non-conference game here against the Chester Yellow Jackets. Dave McKenzie with you, John Homan alongside Brian Arpal back at the studio. John, this is the makeup date from the snow out that we had a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a couple of years, I guess, since Carterville's been here at Chester.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's maybe the first time I've been in their gym. If I've been here, it's been a long time ago. I don't recall. But, yeah, it's a nice facility. I mean, it's we were talking earlier. It's like a three-quarters concourse.
Like a horseshoe.
Yeah, horseshoe type, yeah, exactly. And, you know, this is a game that, on paper, the Lions should win handily. Chester 8-15 on the season, 1-6 in the Illinois division of the Cahokia Conference. So it should be, you know, one of those things that where Carterville rolls, but you have to come out and be on top of your game. You can't just, you can't just expect the other team to lay down for you.
Absolutely, and the Lions, you know, coming off that win over Anna Jonesboro Saturday night where they won 58-41, really felt like that margin of victory should have been more for the Lions. They had moments of where they played very well, but then they had more moments where it wasn't as aggressive maybe as like we would have liked to have seen.
They've been sputtering a little bit, not shooting the ball as well from the field, especially from three-point land. They need to get their touch back. We're getting closer and closer to the postseason. The rebounding, I think, has been spotty. On the defensive side, giving up too many second, third chances for the opposition. And when you're playing good teams, they'll burn you with that second, third shot. You know, and so they have to get better, start playing a little bit more like they were in December and all the way through mid-January. But they've been kind of just so ever since then.
You know, and we've heard Coach Shane Hawkins talk about it in our postgame where he wants them to keep the throttle down and be competitive the entire game, and he feels like at times they're not. They're just kind of lackluster in their play. Well,
and you can't always just turn on the switch and it's going to be there. You have to be locked in from the beginning, and that's what coaches always talk about. And when you're talking about high school kids, like we have young kids here on the team, it's not always that easy. You want to see that kind of consistency, but shoot, we don't even see it all the time at the collegiate level.
No, that's a valid point. You know, including tonight, there's only 4 games left.
Yeah.
We are down to the end of the schedule.
Absolutely. The Lions have 23 total wins. If they were to win out in the regular season, that'd be 27. They'd have to win 2 regional games to get to 29. They'd have to win 1 sectional game to get that magical 30 spot, which would be awesome. I think the record for most wins in a season, 25?
I think so, yep.
25 or 26 for the Lions. So that's well within reach of Carterville. They should break that record. But you don't want to stop there. You want to keep going.
Both teams are out on the floor going through their pregame shoot-around. We're going to go on and take our first break here from Chester. And when we come back, you are going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions. Shane Hawkins is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Just I'd like us to be better for longer. I'd like us to continue to do things more right. I thought at times on Saturday we were really good. I thought at times at Saturday we were just kind of there. We talked about Saturday night. We just kind of played. I'd like to get it to where we're really competitive, and we're competitive. We're having competitive possessions, both offensively and defensively, and just have that consistency and a sense of urgency on every single possession, and just continue to do things right, whatever that happens to be. It's not always about the results, but it's about the process. If we do enough things right on the possession, then things are going to work out for us.
Absolutely. And then not only tonight, but tomorrow night's a big game. It's a conference game. It's a seeding game.
Yeah, you're not to a situation where you're not playing big games anymore. They all matter, and I guess in essence, this one, if we win, it really doesn't help us, but if you lose, it hurts you. It's that game. So then tomorrow you have 3 conference games left to win a conference championship, and it starts tomorrow night when we go to Davenport Gymnasium, and it doesn't matter if they've lost 11 in a row or 11 out of 12 or whatever it is, and that doesn't matter. What matters is that we have a game. They're in our way of getting a conference championship, and we need to be able to bounce back for tonight to go chase that conference championship.
What do you know about this Yellow Jackets team?
They shoot it really well. They've got 3 or 4 guys out there that they're going to shoot a lot of threes. They run really good stuff. They'll get a lot of cuts through the paint. They don't have great size, so it's a struggle for them sometimes to finish inside the paint. But they do really shoot it well, and so we're going to have to be conscious of getting to their shooters, and we've got to go set the tone defensively. We've got to get up and go pressure them and make them handle it, and not let them get comfortable into their sets in the half court.
Well, good luck tonight. We'll talk post-game.
All right, thank you.
You heard Coach say right there, John, that, if you win, you don't really pick up a whole lot here, but if you lose tonight, especially looking at that regional seeding, can be a big deal.
It can, and it really might determine where you actually go in the postseason.
Yep.
But right now we're speculating it's going to be Metropolis, Massac County, is where Carterville is going to end up. But, how you finish down the stretch, what your record is in these last 4 games will ultimately decide where you go. It could be Benton, So, I think the Lions just have to take them one game at a time, which is always what the coaches say, and win the game they should win. And that's really, if they play like they're capable, they'll win all 4.
Absolutely. And, regional seedings are going to be coming out Friday. I think you said at 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock, right.
So we'll know for sure Friday where we're at. Don't forget, Lions are here tonight in Chester. Coming up tomorrow night, going to make the trip to Harrisburg for that conference game. Excuse me. Then Massac comes to town Friday night, and then we wrap up the regular season with that big Murfreesboro game on Tuesday night to close out the conference and the regular season. We're going to go on and take a break here on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll continue. We're at Chester. It's the Lions against the Yellow Jackets here on News Radio WJPF. You can head over to YouTube and watch the game right there if you would like. It's going to be Tayshawn Palacio that's going to jump against Carterville's Zach Snow. Carterville moving left to right on your radio dial. And we are underway as the Jackets get the opening tip. As we said, Yellow Jackets wearing their home whites here this evening. This is Talon James now top of the key. They go to Zane Egemeyer. Palacios drives in, shot blocked from behind by Colton Hawkins. Carterville comes away with it. Into the front court. Maddox going, leaves it for Max Lustenberger. Bounce pass to Colton Hawkins. He's just right of the circle. Dribbles around inside the arc on the right side. Pull-up jumper from there. In and out, no good. Harper Lustenberger, the rebound, feeds it to Snow. Snow gets the first field goal of the game for the Lions. Here come the Jackets. Peters, Trey Peters on the point. The senior, 6'2", kind of trapped up top, threw the ball away. Last touched off the fingers of Zane Egemeyer. For the Jackets, so 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for Chester. Here comes Maddox going after walking up the floor with Coach Hawkins and Colton Hawkins and the official on the far side. Gully to the left wing. Pull up from the left elbow. No good. The rebound is grabbed by Egemeyer for Chester. Gets it off to Peters. Peters speeds into the front court, beating Colton Hawkins. Now they dish it here to the corner. Driving in is Talon James. Straight away, 3, no good from McCartney, Trey McCartney, but the rebound to Palacio. And he gets fouled, and it's going to be on Max Lustenberger, his first. So Chester basketball, baseline left. They trigger in, throw it up top to Talon James. James with going on him defensively. Hands it off to Trey Peters. Peters with the right-hand dribble. Now works it over to the top of the key to Egemeyer. Now they work it over to the right side. Here's McCartney. He pulls up at the free throw line, needs some help and gets it. They reverse it around, kick it to the right wing. Into the paint, driving in is Talon James off the glass and good. Talon James picks up the first field goal for the Chester Yellow Jackets. Here's Gully for the Lions to Hawkins for 3. That was off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Trey McCartney. Peters hits the floor. And right at the logo, turns the ball over. He traveled. 3rd turnover on the Jackets. So 2-2 ball game here, 5:44 of the first quarter. Carterville 23, 22-3 on the, 23-3 on the season. Here's Gully. Gully dishes it off to Snow. Zach whips it over to Max Lustenberger. And Max hits a 3-pointer for the Lions.
Good to see out of Max. He's been kind of cool of late, shooting the 3, but looking good so far tonight.
5-2 ball game. 3-pointer from the left wing, no good. Harper Lustenberger gets the rebound. That shot was put up from Trey Peters. They feed it down low to Snow, and he threw it off the back of the backboard. Was trying to get it cross court, and he was well under the basket. It just hit the back of the backboard and goes out of bounds. So turnover for the first time on Carterville. Trey Peters. The senior bounce pass up top. Now they bring it near side to Palacio. Palacio whips it over to Talon James here on the left wing. James drives to the left baseline, throws it up top to Peters. Peters looks around to the right side. That's Egemeyer. Now McCartney feeds the post down low. Palacio right there to convert for the Jackets. Makes it 5-4 with 4.5 remaining.
Very well executed play on the offensive end for Chester.
Maddox going to Snow. His 3, that was too strong. And an over the back or pushing foul on Harper Lustenberger. Second team foul on the Lions, first on Harper. So a chance for Jackets to take the lead here on this possession. They trail 5-4. Driving in here on the near side. Peters just pulled up 3, buries it.
First lead of the game for Chester.
7-5, 4 minutes remaining. Going into the paint, can't finish, but he gets fouled. So a couple of free throws coming for Maddox Gully. It's going to be on Talon James, his the first team foul on the Yellow Jackets. And Maddox Gully goes to the line. Maddox just a 53% free throw shooter. That's well short. Hits off the front of the iron and comes back. Here's the second from Maddox.
Oh.
In and out, no good.
Got to make some of those free throws.
Halfway through the first quarter, Lions trail by 2. Chester with the basketball. McCartney feeds it down low off the post. Palacio right to the hole. 4 in the game for Palacio. Zach Snow curls it over to the left side to Max Lustenberger. His air ball 3 from the corner. Here come the Jackets. McCartney to Palacio. He tried to bounce pass down low. The ball was kicked by Maddox Gully. So it'll be Chester basketball on the baseline.
Lions 2 out of 7 from the field to start the game.
Trey Peters triggers in, lobs it into Palacio, hangs in the air and hits the bucket. Tayshawn Palacio, just a junior. He's got 6 of the 11 for Chester. Hawkins, ball fake, whips it over to Gully for 3. Nope, in and out, and Palacio runs down the loose ball on the rebound. So Trey Peters to the logo, to James. He leaves it for Palacio. Palacio up high on the high post, brings it near side to Eggemeyer. Eggemeyer hands it off to Peters. Near side, McCartney was cut off nicely by Hawkins. Hawk slaps the ball loose, but it comes right back to McCartney, who stepped out of bounds. Here on the near side, turnover number 4 on the Chester Yellow Jackets. So 2:41, a quick first quarter. And the Lions trail by 6, 11-5. Snow to Gully. He got free, finds Max, who couldn't handle the pass. Turnover number 2 on the Lions. Driving through, Eggemeyer leaves it for McCartney. McCartney in the paint, puts it up, and good. Trey McCartney with a field goal.
Wow, look at this score here, huh?
How about that, an 8-point lead. Hawkins for 3, that doesn't go. Snow gets the rebound, in the paint, puts it up and good. That kind of breaks the scoring drought for the Lions, as Zach Snow has 4 of the 7 for the Lions. Minute 45 remaining. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Chester. 5th turnover here. So when you look at the turnover game, you think the Lions be up, but 13-7 is our score. Chester has the lead, the 6-point lead. Minute 38 remaining here in the opening quarter. Snow on the right wing. Looks for the cutter, finds Harper. Harper dribbles to the left wing, hands it to Gully. Mid-range jumper, good for Maddox.
More like it.
Maddox gets his first field goal here at the minute 21 mark. Now Chester. Over to the right side. Now up top to Peters. McCartney. 3 from the left wing. That was off the back of the iron from Talon James. And Maddox Gully feeds it down low to Harper Lustenberger the other way. Harper, his first field goal with 50 seconds left. Carterville's back to within 2 now. Starting to heat things up a little bit. Over the far side, McCartney on the far sideline. Drives in on Snow. Left-hand dribble to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Palacio. Palacio in the paint. Right-hand push shot. Good. Good-looking player. He's got 8 first-quarter points with 27 seconds left. 15-11 is our score. Colton Hawkins stops, holds the ball on his hip, wipes the sweat from his brow. Asks for Gully to come up top. 15 on the shot clock. Carterville to hold for the final shot. Colton, skip pass to Snow. Back to Zach. Quick ball movement. Hawkins here on the right side. Pull up for Colton. No good. He hits the floor. Ball's loose to end the quarter. And that will do it as Chester leads Carterville 15-11 here at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF. (80-65) Illinois or SIU.
That's good.
Back here at Chester, Carterville trails 15-11. A final from Indiana. Terre Haute as SIU beats Indiana State 80-65. So another win for the Salukis. We start play here in the second quarter. Carterville, you could hear Shane Hawkins during the timeout. Not a happy camper. Marion Adams misses the short jumper. It rolls off the front of the iron, and it goes out of bounds.
He just wasn't square to the basket. He had his body turned sideways, and you have to get square.
Got to get in the position. So Chris Toledo sets the play for his Jackets. Trey Peters dribbles here high. Johnny Miller on the floor now for the Lions as well. With Amarion Adams, Colton Hawkins, Zach Snow, Maddox Gully. Right side, 3, no good from Peters. Colton Hawkins gets the rebound, had the ball stolen away though. And they tried to feed Palacio, who kicked the ball out of bounds. Don't think he was really ready for the ball.
Dave, the Lions were 5 out of 13 from the field in the first half, 38%, only 1 of 7 on threes, 14%. We talked about that pregame. The three-point shooting has to get much better because it's been very bad the last several games.
Gully down to the block, puts the shot up. Good for Maddox Gully.
Excellent effort there by Maddox. He penetrated the lane and got in position. Hey, he was facing the basket too.
The foul is on Zane Eggemeyer. That's going to be his first. So Maddox has the and one opportunity. And
get another crack at it. Yeah.
Yep.
He's missed 3 free throws in a row, so he has a chance to eliminate that last miss and knock one down right here.
Coming into the game for Chester is going to be Rusty Coronado. Coronado wears number 2, the 5'11" sophomore. Here's Gully's free throw. That rims out. Adams gets the rebound, though, for Carterville. Another opportunity. Snow for 3, left wing, good for Zach Snow.
The Lions back in the lead.
16-15. And a foul call on Carterville. It's going to be on Johnny Miller. It's going to be the first on Johnny. So Lions up 1. Here's Trey Peters. Dribbles to the right corner. Talon James trying to get rid of it, does. He finds Eggemeyer. Now to the right side, Palacio. Palacio crossover, takes it to the hole, high off the glass, no good. Adams gets the rebound, finds Hawkins. Good job by Adams. Outlet pass to Maddox Gully on the left wing. Back to Hawkins, ball fake, drives in, takes it to the hole, hangs, won't go. Rebound, Miller. Back to Gully. Gully to the glass, no. Adams a rebound, put back, and Amarion gets fouled. And he can shoot some free throws now. It's going to be a foul on Trey Peters, the first on Peters, second team foul here on the Jackets. Marion Adams averaging just over 3 a game. The left-hander's free throw is good. So a 2-point lead now, 17-15 Carterville. Marion's second free throw. That was too strong, and Hawkins gets the rebound. Gully, another opportunity for the Lions. Zach Snow, left wing, feeds it down low to Adams. Lost it, ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Carterville. Third turnover on Carterville here in the quarter. Just 2 minutes in. So it's going to be Chester ball from the near sideline. Trey Peters. Bounce pass to Palacio. High post on the left side. On the cutter, that's James, who leaves it for Coronado. Now back to Trey Peters. Peters toward the far hash. Over to the corner right, wide open. They just let Eggemeyer there. He comes to the free throw line, reverses back to the right side to James. James at the free throw line now. Finds Eggemeyer. His jumper, no. Rebound to Palacio, who was right there, but he missed the bunny. And Carterville got lucky on that. Still holding on to a 2-point lead here. 5:17 remaining. Hawkins trying to break down on the dribble. Got to the baseline right side, dumps it down low. Johnny Miller's
Missed bunny.
Shot just rolls off the front.
And a frustration foul on top of it. That's his second personal, Dave.
Subs coming in for Chester. Trey McCartney back on the floor, and he's giving Talon James a break. 5 minutes remaining until halftime. Trey Peters, bounce pass here near side to Eggemeyer. They feed the post. Palacio hit the floor, got tripped, and he went down hard. The foul is going to be on Carterville.
How is he getting a catch in the paint underneath the basket? Where's the defense at?
So Amarion Adams picks up the personal foul. Third team foul on Carterville. Bounce pass to Palacio. Throws it up top. That's an open three, and that's good for Trey McCartney. 5 in the game for McCartney.
They're back in the lead.
18-17. Harper's jumper from just inside the arc, no good. Chester gets the rebound. Peters at the logo at midcourt. Bounce pass to Palacio. Ball's loose. Marion Adams picks it up, saves it. Good job by Amarion. Second turnover on Chester, a foul, pushing foul on Palacio. It's going to be the first on number 21 of Chester. Third team foul now on the Jackets. Carterville trailing by 1 here, 4:21 remaining. Max Lustenberger to Hawkins, back to Max. Harper finds Miller. Johnny drives in, pull up with the right hand, no. And Harper gets the rebound, saves it. Jumps up, puts it up with the left hand, good. Harper Lustenberger gives the Lions the 1-point lead, 19-18, here on the road at Chester. Curling at the free throw line, dishing off to McCartney. McCartney forces it up, and he goes.
7.
Trey McCartney, 7 in the game. Back Chester with a 1-point lead. Hawkins, his three, top of the key, no good. Ball out of bounds. And a foul is going to be called on Carterville. Maybe on Adams.
Yeah.
It's going to be the second on Amarion. He comes out of the game. No, Johnny Miller comes out of the game. Zach Snow in, replacing Harper Lustenberger. Dante Wilson replaces Johnny Miller. Amarion stays on the floor. Hawkins stays on the floor. Talon James back on the floor for Chester. Feeds the high post. Palacio whips it to the right side. McCartney dribbles with the left hand around the screen from Palacio. In the lane, pull-up jumper, too strong. Hawkins the rebound for Carterville. He speeds into the front court. Behind the back dribble, down the lane, puts it up. Yes! Colton Hawkins with the and one coming his way.
Good drive down the lane by the senior. He drew the contact and kissed it off the glass and in. I think he was determined to get the ball in the hole for this time down the floor.
That's his first field goal here tonight.
Yep, it is.
After the make on the free throw, Lions are up 2 now. 22-20, 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Trey Peters to Eggemeyer. Eggemeyer over to the far hash. Pulls up, needs some help, gets it from Talon James. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Talon James. Some confusion there for Chester on that possession.
7th turnover by the Yellow Jackets.
Here comes Maddox Gully to Hawkins. He dribbles to the left wing to Max Lustenberger. Back to Hawkins. Trying to get to the low block left side. Little fadeaway jumper from Colton. No good. Long rebound comes right back to him, though. Now Gully launches the three. No, that won't go. And another foul on Carterville is going to be on Dante Wilson. Dante picks up his first personal. It's going to be the 5th team foul now on the Lions. So for the rest of the quarter, free throws coming for the Yellow Jackets. And at the line, Zane Eggemeyer rolls the first one home. His first point of the game. Pulls Chester to within 1. Second, off the front of the iron, Hawkins the rebound. Outlet to Maddox Gully. Gully, baseline cut off. Brings it up to Hawkins, left wing, right back to Maddox Gully. Boy, what a beautiful back and forth between Gully and Colton Hawkins. The Lions back up 3 now, 24-21. Right side, 3, long range, no. Colton, the board. Outlet pass to Snow, tipped out of bounds. Nice anticipation by Trey McCartney, but it's going to stay with the Lions. To Snow for 3, no. And another long rebound. Carterville had it for a moment, but Maddox couldn't pick it cleanly. So the Lions turn it over again, 4th time here in the quarter. James to Eggemeyer. Eggemeyer, left-hand dribble just off the elbow. Bounce pass to Palacio. Palacio with Snow on him. Man-to-man D by the Lions. Double team comes out from Hawkins. They got Palacio trapped. He stepped through. Off the glass, no good. And the rebound by Zach Snow. Bounce pass to Gully. Gully to Snow. Right-hand floater, too strong. Rebound tipped around over to the left wing to the corner. 3 from Max Lustenberger, no good. Trey Parker gets the rebound. Or excuse me, Trey Peters. Here's Talon James, in and out. Boy, I don't know how that didn't fall through. It was more than halfway through and came out.
Sure did.
So 53 seconds remaining. Carterville slows the pace down with a 3-point lead. Hawkins at the free throw line, gets to the block, puts it up. They're going to say the foul was before the shot.
Really? Okay. I didn't see that.
I didn't either. Tayshaun Palacio, though, just picked up his 3rd personal.
He's
That's
been a key
big.
player for them this first half, without a doubt.
So Colton with just 3 points here in the game. At the line, hits the first free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infants to school-age children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. Also brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome on South Division Street in Carterville. Just 40 seconds remaining. Carterville, 5-point lead, the biggest lead for the Lions so far. McCartney, top of the key. That's the Connor James. Brings it near side to Trey Peters. Now up top to Eggemeyer. This Lions broadcast also brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Providing a better lifestyle for members, a better life for all. McCartney in no man's land finds Trey Peters. Backing it up with 10 seconds. Inside to Art, in the paint. Here's McCartney's jumper, in and out, no good. Hawkins, a shot at the buzzer for the Lions, won't go. And it ends the quarter. Carterville, they lead it 26-21 here at halftime. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Ralph's Small Engine, Highway 51 south of Beltville. The demo unit sale is still going on. Save thousands on remaining commercial demo units while supplies last. 26-21 is our score here on the road at Chester. Stay with us. Our halftime report is next here on News Radio WJPF. At the scoring for both teams here in the first half. We'll start first with the Chester Yellow Jackets, led by Tayshaun Palacio, who has 8 first-half points. But most important for the Jackets and Palacio is the fact that he's got 3 personal fouls here in the first half. Also with 7 points in the first half, Trey McCartney, the 6'1 junior, with 3 points. Trey Peters, the point guard for Chester, 2 points from Talon James, and you have 1 point from Zane Eggemeyer, the junior, number 33. So 21 points scored by the Chester Yellow Jackets there in the first half. Carterville led by the 7 points from Zach Snow, 6 from Maddox Gully, 5 from Colton Hawkins, 3 from Max Lustenberger, and 4 from Harper Lustenberger. So all 5 starters with points there in the first half. Also throw in a free throw from Amarion Adams, and that's where the score is right now, 26-21, Carterville on top of Chester. Don't forget the Lions are back in action tomorrow night. Going to make the trip to the east side of Southern Illinois in the Little Egypt area. Going to make it to Harrisburg tomorrow night. That's a conference game. We'll have pregame coverage starting right around 7:30 or so for you coming up tomorrow evening here on News Radio WJPF and on our live stream. We're going to go on and take our first break. This Lions broadcast and halftime report is brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville, reminding you once again to drive safely in the construction areas around Carterville, specifically downtown, right there in front of the fire department where they're doing new construction on the fire department, and also be watching for water main replacement projects as well as they continue throughout the area of Carterville. So the mayor, Brad Robinson, and the city of Carterville wanting to say, let's go Lions. We're going to go on and take another break. When we come back, John will have first half stats. That's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Shooting the ball very, very poorly of late. Tonight is no different. Lions were 10 out of 31 from the field in the first half. That's 32%, folks. Way below where they should be and where they have been. Matter of fact, you look at the total points, 26 total points. The Lions sometimes get that many in the first quarter. So this is just not good shooting by the Lions at all. They're not having the ball taken away from them. They're just missing shots, and sometimes rather easy shots. They are 2 out of 13 on threes, and that trend is continuing. 15% on three-point shots, and Colton Hawkins, the senior, is really struggling from deep. He is 0 for 5 on threes, and only 1 of 8 for the first half. Free throw line, also dismal. 2 out of 6, 33%. There's just nothing good about the shooting woes that we're seeing out of the Carterville Lions. I'm telling you right now, folks, if the Lions don't get this figured out in the next 3 games, they're going to be pretty quick and out. They might win the first game. They might even win the second game, but they won't go any further. They're going to have to find a way to play like they have been playing earlier this season, because this is a very talented team, a very good shooting team, and the defense, which had been forcing a lot of turnovers, not forcing as many, and not turning those turnovers into points on the other end. So, you know, call me critical if you will, but it's nothing other than what Coach Hawkins has been pointing out the last several games. This team is kind of sleepwalking its way down the stretch. Now, hopefully, they're just kind of working through a bit of a wall here. They're going to get it figured out before it's too late. But they need to be playing much better against a very mediocre team. And nothing negative against Chester, but they come in with a record of 8-15. They
Yep.
play in a weaker conference, and they've.
Absolutely. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our halftime report. When we come back, second half action is next here on News Radio WJPF. So, as you said, as you heard John say, Lions got to figure out a way to get turn things around. Might as well start right here from the first defensive possession for the Lions. Here, Chester with the basketball coming out of the halftime. Over to the left wing, three from the left wing, no good from Talon James, and Colton Hawkins gets the rebound. Carterville moving right to left now on your radio dial as Maddox Gully brings it to the left wing here. Right below us, Max Lustenberger, ball fake over to Snow. Another ball fake from Zach, reverses it out to Max. He drives into the paint, dumps it to Harper. Now to Maddox Gully. Back to Harper, to Max. He drives in the paint. Fronter with the right hand is good.
Good drive.
That was a good drive, good possession. 5 in the game now for Max Lustenberger. Carterville, the biggest lead of 7 points, 28-21. Palacio playing with those 3 fouls. Now here's Eggemeyer, spins into Hawkins, bounces it to Palacio. He drives in, kicks it right side to Peters. His three's good. Trey Peters, he's got 2 threes. He had one in the first quarter, hits one here in the third. Makes it 28-24. Harper's open for 3. That's too strong, and the rebound is grabbed by Eggemeyer for Chester. Peters over to McCartney. His 3. That was no good. Colton Hawkins skies for the rebound, keeps the ball, and a foul in the backcourt is going to be called on Zane Eggemeyer, his second. So Carterville's ball right here on the near side. 28-24, a 4-point lead for the Lions. Maddox Gully right across the Chester logo at midcourt. Harper to Maddox, 3. His shot no good. And McCartney gets the rebound. So an opportunity to cut into this 4-point lead for Chester. Over to Palacio. Back to Peters. Now this is James. Talon feeds the high post. That's Palacio. With Harper Lustenberger on him. Now to McCartney. He drives into the free throw line, kicks it over the left side. Peters for 3. That was too strong again, and Harper Lustenberger gets the rebound. Outlet to Snow. Snow takes it to the hole, puts it off the glass short. Nobody there to get the rebound, and Chester does. They clear it into the front court. Palacio bumps into Hawkins, spins against Hawkins, shoots against Hawkins, in and out. Hawkins the rebound. Here's Max Lustenberger. He takes it to the hole, lost the basketball, and it was last touched by Chester, which I think the Lions caught a break right there.
Perhaps so, yeah. It was could have easily been called out on Max.
To the right side, Max to Gully. Behind the back dribble, backs it up outside the arc, now into the paint to Snow. Zach trying to feed the post, had his pass blocked, but it comes right back to him. Right side now, Max Lustenberger to Harper. Stutter steps at the arc to the paint, gets the foul, And we'll go to the line to shoot free throws.
See, what we're noticing now, Dave, is that the Lions are hesitating about shooting the open three now because they've not been having any luck hitting those threes. Now when they're getting wide open looks, they're not even taking it. They're trying to take it to the basket instead. So this is getting into their head a little bit now.
Yep, because they didn't used to hesitate on the
Not
three.
at all.
Harper hits the free throw. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infants to school-age children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. Second from Harper. Good. 6 now for Harper Lustenberger. Carterville back up to a 6-point lead. Peters over to the logo here at Rocky Bridges Court in Chester. Peters to Eggemeyer. Eggemeyer back to Peters. And a whistle underneath, maybe on Harper Lustenberger. He was on the back of Palacio. It's going to be the second on Harper. First team foul on Carterville.
Nobody for the Lions has 3 fouls yet, so that's encouraging news if you're wondering about that at home.
Chester.
Whoa.
That was thrown out of bounds.
Man.
And it's going to belong to Carterville. All the way back at the far baseline.
Like an outfielder's throw trying to go to the plate with it.
He's got a good arm.
Absolutely.
So Colton. And the Lions. Here comes Maddox. Around the screen from Colton was good. Maddox Gully hits the mid-range jumper again. He's good at those mid-ranges.
That's his shot right there.
32-24, 8-point lead for the Lions, and a bump foul is going to be called on Maddox Gully, his first. So it's going to be Chester basketball right in front of the Carterville bench. Small crowd here tonight at Chester on a Monday night. Kind of get it. This is the reschedule of the game. It was postponed because of the snow. Chester, nice crossover over to the left side. McCartney's three, hit off the back of the iron. Rebound, though, with Eggemeyer. He feeds it to McCartney. He kicks it to Peters. Now next side, this side to James. Three from Talon James. 5 from Talon James. 5-point lead for the Lions with the ball. Gully. Now here's Colton's three. Good.
Oh, maybe it'll get him going.
You heard Shane Hawkins say, shoot the ball.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that they're losing their concentration or their confidence, I should say, in shooting that three.
35-27 Carterville with 3:35 remaining. Peters over on the left wing. Around the screen from Palacio. Bounce pass to Palacio. And a foul on Carterville. It's going to be on Harper. The third on Harper Lustenberger. He's doing battle with Tayshawn Palacio in the paint. So here comes Johnny Miller to get Harper. Miller will get the matchup now on Palacio. Peters finds his man, Eggemeyer. Inside the arc on the right side, straightaway three from Talon James is good.
He's warming to the task, 2 in a row for him.
He's got 9. And back to a 5-point lead. Kelly to the rim, got free, rolls that one home with the finger roll. 10 in the game, and a timeout on the floor here with 3:07 remaining here in the third quarter, taken by Shane Hawkins. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. And walk-ins are welcome, South Division Street in Carterville. 37-30, Carterville, the 7-point lead. Chester with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Peters over to the left side. Takes it to the left wing, pulls up the three. No good off the back of the iron, but the long rebound right to him. Inside the paint, dishes it off to McCartney. McCartney at the block, needs help. Had the ball stripped away, comes right back to him, pulls up the dribble again. Backdoor cut to Palacio, who lost the basketball going to the rim. So 7.
I think Johnny Miller got a hand on that one.
I think so. Gully to Hawkins. Pull up three from Colton. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Palacio. Peters dribbles to the left wing. Had a mini screen there from Palacio. Feeds it to Deshaun. Now inside the paint. Eggemeyer's short jumper, no good. Hawkins the rebound. Here comes Gully on the run for the Lions to the right wing. Back to Hawkins. Colton dribbles with the left hand. Feeds it to Max Lustenberger. His three, no good. Johnny Miller. Oh, boy, was lucky he didn't get it over the back on that. Still a 7-point lead, 1:40 remaining here in this contest at Chester in the third quarter. Lions up 37-30. McCartney's free throw line jumper, short, and Gully gets the rebound. Maddox to the hole, off the glass, and good. 12 in the game now for Maddox Gully. He's got 6 here in the quarter. 39-30. Palacio to Peters. Chester moving left to right here on your dial. McCartney, free throw line, forces the shot up. Not a good shot there. Here comes Gully after the rebound. Right in the circle to Miller, who feeds Snow here in the left corner. Zach dribbles out. Back to Miller. Max Lustenberger feeds it to Colton. Back to Max. Ball fake, spins in the paint, and a foul is going to be called on Talon James. Talon James with the hand check there. Coming into the game now is Rusty Coronado, and he replaces Trey McCartney. Carterville lobs it in to Colton, who found a wide open Zach Snow down low.
That's more like it there.
Zach Snow with 9 here tonight. His first bucket here in the quarter. 11-point lead, the biggest lead for the Lions. 41-30 with 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Peters pull up, good. Peters with 8. Carterville with 10 seconds on the clock. 7, 4. Hawkins at the buzzer, good. That's a nice way to close out the quarter. 11 points for Colton Hawkins. And that ends the quarter where the Lions lead it 44-32 here as we head to the fourth quarter from Chester on News Radio WJPF. 34-32. And it's Carterville basketball here to start the fourth quarter. Gully to Max Lustenberger, back to Maddox. Maddox to the hole, got in the paint and traveled with the basketball, turning it over. It's only the 7th turnover on the Lions here tonight.
Is that just the first of the second half?
That's the first of the second half.
That's what I thought.
So Carterville not turning the ball over a lot here this evening. Peters dribbles to the right wing. McCartney has it back to Trey Peters, who's trying to feed Palacio. Now to the left side. Quick shot by Talon James. Ball's on the floor, tied up. Johnny Miller's on the floor. And it's also Rusty Coronado who's on the floor. The possession is going to keep it with the Chester Yellow Jackets. Carterville taking on Harrisburg tonight. Conference matchup. Playing Massac Friday night for a conference matchup. And then next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, final game of the regular season when the Lions host Murfreesboro. So after tonight, just 3 regular season games left. Regional pairings will come out on Friday, 4 o'clock. Left wing 3 for McCartney, good. 10 in the game for McCartney. Makes it 44-35. Here's Gully to Snow. Hawkins, his shot short. Johnny Miller picks up the personal foul. 3rd on Miller. So with 6:43 remaining. Here comes Trey Peters. Max Lustenberger on him. Talon James feeds down low. Palacio waits on the defender. Kisses the glass, gets the bucket. 10 in the game now for Tayshawn Palacio. Makes it 44-37. The runner in the paint for Gully, and he gets fouled. And that's going to be on Talon James III.
Nobody with 4 yet here in the ball game.
So Maddox Gully.
He needs to hit some free throws, doesn't he? Get that confidence going.
That looked good.
No,
it rolls off.
Yeah, shooting his free throws is confidence.
So Maddox, second. There we go. That was the right form. 12 in the game for Maddox. He's the leading scorer for the Lions. 45-37. To the corner. Peters, pull up. Got the glass a little bit, but wouldn't go. Here comes Snow on the run. Zach reverses it out to Max Lustenberger. Colton backs his man Palacio down. Crosses over, got away with a carry. No good. Johnny Miller gets the rebound. Good job by Johnny. Here comes Gully. Now to Max Lustenberger for 3. Oh, air ball. Wow. Outlet. Bounce pass down low. Talon James couldn't finish at the glass. 5:20 remaining, 45-37. Maddox Gully to the glass, hangs in the air. No. Put back no for the Lions. And the ball out of bounds. Last touched by Carterville. Turnover number 2 here in the second half.
The lid is on.
Here comes Chester into the front court. To the right wing, Peters. To James, Talon on the right wing, back to Peters. Skips it over to the left side. That's Coronado. Rusty across the top. Finds Talon James, his three. Won't fall, last touched out of bounds off of Chester. And we got subs coming in. Here comes Harper Lustenberger. He replaces Johnny Miller. So on the floor is Snow, Harper, and Max Lustenberger, Colton Hawkins, and Maddox Gully. 45-37. Zach to Harper. Harper with the left-hand dribble to Maddox, elbow. Now to Snow for three. His three just short. And the rebound to the Jackets. 4.5 remaining, 45-37. Carterville just not finding a way to pull away from Chester. They feed it down low to Coronado. He pulls up, wants to get the shot off. Hawkins hits the floor, knocks the ball loose when he does it. Turnover, Chester. And Carterville turns it right back over on the forced feed in the paint. On the right wing. McCartney, bounce pass to Palacio. Deshaun,
good move. Right
hand, reversed, got the bucket. 12 in the game for Deshaun Palacio. 45-39, a 6-point lead.
Yeah, 2-possession game.
Colton Hawkins slows the pace. Hawkins at midcourt. Hawk yells wheel, wheel. So this is a ball movement for the Lions. Got to pick up the pace. They're just kind of
flat,
stuck in the mud. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Nobody really moving
or wanting to shoot.
Cuts got to be crisp. Just kind of slow. Hawkins forces it out to Snow. Three from Zach, no good. Comes right back to him though, puts it up with the right hand. Nice follow by Zach Snow. And a timeout on the floor here. It's going to be a full timeout with 2:51. Was called by Coach Shane Hawkins, and the Lions lead it by 8, 47-39 here on News Radio WJPF. Back at Chester, this Lions broadcast is brought to you by Ralph's Small Engine, Highway 51 south of Elkville. The demo unit sale is going on right now where you can save thousands on remaining commercial demo units while supplies last. 47-39. It's going to be Chester basketball after the timeout taken by Shane Hawkins. Peters has Max Lustenberger on him defensively. Trey stays out on that far hash. Bounce pass to Talon James. McCartney now. Right of the circle, drives in, takes it to the left elbow. Bounce pass to Trey Peters, back to James. Now Coronado. And to Peters, who feeds Palacio in the paint. Double team there, kicks it out, threw it away. Off the hands of Talon James. Good defense by the Lions on that possession.
It might have been the best defensive set they've had all night. They really got after it defensively.
So with just 2:12 remaining, Carterville, an 8-point lead here, 47-39. They trailed at the end of one, 15-11. They had a 5-point lead at the half, 26-21. Harper finishes for the Lions the other way. 8 in the game for Harper Lustenberger. Lions were up 44-32 at the end of 3, and Chester turns it over again. Third turnover in the quarter now. Colton Hawkins brings it into the front court. Max dribbles out, 90 seconds remaining. 49-39, 10-point lead. Snow near midcourt to Max. Hawk coaching hard, gets the bump off. Here's Snow, drives through the free throw line. Up top, Carterville just running some clock. Max to Colton at the logo. Had the ball slapped, and a foul is going to be the 4th on Tayshawn Palacio. The fans here at Chester not like that. So 62 seconds remaining. 49-39, and a foul on Chester. That's going to be on Trey Peters.
I thought they took awfully long to make that foul, Dave. They kind of let about, 30, 40 seconds run off the clock?
Yeah. Oh, what a feed to Maddox Gully, and he can't finish at the rim. He was wide open, 49-39, but ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Colton Hawkins. 51 seconds remaining.
Well, coach has talked so many times about leaving points on the floor. Lions have certainly left a lot of points on the floor tonight.
They have tonight, yep. Peters to Palacio, nice got move. Free.
Yes, he did.
14 now for Tayshawn Palacio with a timeout. 49-41, Lions on top, 49 seconds remaining. And this is going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll take a break for 30 seconds and be back here on News Radio WJPF. Members and a better life for all. Also brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville. Reminding you, drive carefully near the in-town construction zones. There's a couple of them you need to watch for. Right there by the fire department on North Division Street. And then be watching where they're doing the water main replacement projects. It's from Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville saying, let's go Lions. Carterville at Harrisburg tomorrow night, home on Friday night, and next Saturday to wrap up the regular season. Friday night, it'll be Massac County coming to town, and then a week from tomorrow, Murfreesboro comes to Carterville, the final regular season game for the Carterville Lions. 8-point lead here with 49 seconds left, trying to close this out here at Chester. Chester 8-15 on the season, 1-7 in conference play. Carterville 23-3, trying to pick up their 24th win of the year. And a foul is going to be called on Rusty Coronado. It's going to be the first on Coronado. Here comes Zach Snow, and he gets held by Talon James, who picks up his 4th personal. So that's the 5th team foul. And Zach Snow now can go to the free throw line. Carterville doesn't put anybody on the lane. Amarion and Johnny Miller getting ready to check in to the game. Zach Snow's free throw short.
Just like everybody else tonight, missing free throws.
No legs. Whenever you're missing shots like that, it's no legs. You're not.
That's a big part of it. You're right.
Zach, who's got 11 points here tonight, hits that second one. Gives him a dozen. 50-41, 9-point lead. Ball's loose. Carterville gets it. Marion Adams grabbed the loose basketball. Snow to Gully. Gully gets fouled here by Cross Janney. So now Maddox Gully toes the free throw line here on the left side. Maddox tonight with 13 points. Leading scorer for the Lions.
Missed another free throw.
(50-41), 29 seconds remaining. Second for Maddox. That won't go. Peters gets trapped up top. Gets it over to McCartney. McCartney around the screen from Palacio. Brings it near side. Talon James for three. High off the rim, no good. Adams gets the rebound. 10 seconds left. A foul on Trey McCartney of Chester. And Amarion Adams can go shoot free throws now. So the Lions are going to get the win here tonight. Wasn't pretty, but a win's a win, 50-41. As we've been talking about, they're going to have to find a way to get things going again. Marion with 2 points tonight, both from the free throw line. Second from Adams is good. Gets his average on the season, 7 seconds remaining. Chester steps across center court. That's the ball game. 52-41. The Lions pick up the 11-point win here tonight on the road at Chester. 52-41, the final score. Stay with us. Postgame show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF. This evening, 52-41. Lions are now 24-3. Chester now 8-16 on the season. We'll go through and look at the scoring, starting first with Chester this evening, led by the 14 points from Tayshawn Palacio. 10 from Trey McCartney, the only two players in double digits for Coach Chris Toledo. 8 in the game for Talon James, 8 in the game for Trey Peters, and 1 on the night for Zane Eggemeyer. And 41 points scored this evening by Chester. Carterville led by the 13 points from Maddox Gully, 12 from Zach Snow, 11 from Colton Hawkins. You have 8 from Harper Lustenberger, 5 from Max Lustenberger. Amarion Adams with 3 this evening. And that does it for the scoring, where Carterville scores 52 points tonight here at Chester. This is a team that came in averaging 64 points a ball game before tonight. They score 52 here to get the win on the road over the Chester Yellow Jackets, 52-41. Lions are going to be back in action tomorrow night at Harrisburg. So quick turnaround time, just some film study, and on the bus tomorrow for the Lions after tonight's game. A game, truthfully, in which Carterville did not play very well tonight. And we're going to have to find a way, because there's still some tough games down the line here. But coming up with Massac County, you got Harrisburg's not going to lay down. They're going to want a piece of the Lions tomorrow night. And then on Tuesday night, got Murfreesboro that would love to get a revenge win over the Carterville Lions. And so going to have to find a way to turn things around. Will the Lions? We will. You need a minute?
Yeah, needed just a minute to finish up the stats here.
We'll take a break as we continue here on our post-game show. Lions win it 52-41. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF. I'm sorry. Have a good night. Back at Chester, it's Dave McKenzie, John Homan with you. Brian R. Powell back at the studio. Carterville picks up the win tonight, 52-41. And pick up their 24th win of the season. JV game, it was Chester beating Carterville JV tonight, 43-38, the final scores. We see Coach Shane Hawkins making his way here to our location, and he'll join us here on the post-game show. About knocked him down as we are didn't. Yeah, it was not that at all. But Coach, you get the win, 52-41.
Yeah, that's it. Let's just leave it right there.
How do you? This team is just not shooting the ball well.
No, and I think some of it's some of it's mental. We took a couple of rush shots that we didn't need to shoot. Like if you're like 21 or 22%, and I know you're open, you're probably open for a reason. You don't need to be hoisting it off the first pass. So that would be part of it. When we had maybe maybe 5 good offensive possessions. And when we did, we got it to where we want to, and we either got a kick out 3 or we got to the rim and got fouled or got a layup. But there's just it's too much hold and too much dribble in place and too much just the ball sticking, and we're not getting a whole lot of flow right now offensively. And when you do that, shots are harder. We don't have a whole lot of rhythm in our shots. We took some tough ones in the first half. And you can take a tough shot after you've made 3 or 4. I mean, you've earned it. If you haven't made 3 or 4, then you don't need to take a tough one. I mean, that's basketball 101. And it's not a whole lot of flow to us. We weren't great defensively. It's not a great way to kick off the week, but the good part is you get back on the road again tomorrow, and you're playing for a conference championship tomorrow night. So hopefully things will flow a little bit better for us.
Coach, I think you just said it at the beginning of the interview here, talking about the confidence level of these shooters. That's a big factor. I mean, they're 4 out of 23 on threes, and you could see they were passing up open looks tonight because they're lacking that confidence right now.
Yeah, and you can tell when you got guys who are wide open and they airball it.
Yeah.
I mean, and we had at least two airballed threes that were wide open, and so we got some guys searching a little bit, but I mean, it's a grind. You're going to have to spend some time at it and kind of get that flow back. And believe it or not, we do a lot of shooting in practice right now. I know it doesn't help, it doesn't show, but we're going to keep grinding at it. And we come on the road, win number 10 on the road.
Yeah.
I think road win number 10.
Yep.
That's a lot in high school basketball where you win 10 straight on the road because you have your tournaments. And
I guess so. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, when you get 10 true road games, not neutral sites, 10 true road games, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
And you got a chance to get an O tomorrow night. So we're going to chalk this one up in the left-hand column. We're going to get on a bus and see if we can have a little bit better performance tomorrow night.
Yeah. Also, Coach, I mean, left a lot of points on the floor tonight.
And we've done it for 3 weeks.
I know.
It's point blank layups. They don't have a shot blocker in there, and we had a baseline, or we had a in transition drive on the left side, and we shot one that hit the bottom of the rim, and I watched shooters' eyes. We never got our eyes on the rim. Well, it's not going to go in if you don't pick up your target. It's going to be hard to put it in that 18-inch ring. I mean, it's really hard if you don't know where you're shooting at. That's why pitchers always kind of look at the target before they throw it.
True.
So, I mean, that's part of it. And it's either they're afraid of contact or they're not confident in their dribbling ability that the ball's going to bounce right back to their hand where they can go shoot a layup. So, again, that's kind of searching for some confidence right now with some of them. And the good thing is you put it behind you and you get to go play. You don't have to set a week. It's not football where you go sit in it for 7 days and get another chance. You're going to get right back on the horse tomorrow night, and hopefully our performance will be a little bit better.
Is that the solution to the problem? I mean, you obviously know what's going on. You knew it as a player. Now you see it as a coach. Is it the best medicine to come out there and just play the next day, or does that make it more difficult to correct the problem?
And I think each player's a little bit different. Me, if I struggled, I wanted to play again. Because I would, if I had a bad one and I had my share of them, I didn't want to sit in it for a week. I was ready. All right, let's go fix it and let's go get it done. Let's go play again. And I think he was probably the same way. You don't want to sit in it. Those weeks are really long. You lose a Friday, Saturday weekend, and you've got to wait till the next Friday to play again. Boy, that's just a miserable 6 days.
Because you just think about it.
Oh, that's all you can think of.
Yeah.
That's all you can think of. And so I think, again, each player's a little bit different. I want to get right back at it. So we'll find out. We'll see how these guys react and respond to it tomorrow. But we did some good things. I just thought just kind of no sense of urgency again. And we've talked about that for about the last week. We had rebounds that hit our hand that we didn't grab. We dropped rebounds. We didn't finish at the rim. We were atrocious at the free throw line. I think a lot of that is just having a sense of urgency to go get the job done. And we'll see what Tuesday night brings.
Coach, and then there were 3. You're down
Fast.
to the final 3.
Fast.
And they're all conference games.
Yep.
Chance to win the conference tomorrow night at Harrisburg. What do you say to this team here in the final?
It's a championship game. You know, we have every game we play, and we've kind of talked about it for the last week, with the exception of tonight. Tonight wasn't really it's a non-conference game on a Monday night. It's not a seed game. Saturday night at Anna was a seed game. Tuesday against West Frankfort was a seed game. So, and then it was Heron and Benton the week before. So everything's a championship game. So we've talked about it. We've talked about it just from the standpoint of, so we approach the game the same, that we just don't, sleepwalk through a non-conference road game on a Tuesday and then have to ramp it back up on tomorrow night for a conference championship game. And we don't have to ramp it back up. It's if you can stay consistent with your approach and your mindset of, hey, it's a championship, and everything we're going to play the rest of the way, whether we play 4 or 10, every game's going to be a championship game. So hopefully our guys will show up tomorrow night with that championship mindset of a little bit better sense of urgency, a little bit higher level of concentration, and when we do that, we're really good. And I think when we do that, the shots that we missed at the rim or at the free throw line or airball threes, those shots go in. And I think it's a lot of it is a mindset, and if we can have that mindset starting to peak, starting tomorrow night would be great.
52-41, the final score. The Lions get the win. Be back at action tomorrow night at Harrisburg. John, wrap us up.
Just another brick in the wall. You just have to keep moving forward, get that win, and chalk it up. Okay, wasn't a great shooting night, but tomorrow night might be. You just got to move on and keep. Be glad you're moving that stick to the right instead of the left, right?
Pre-game coverage
Get
starts.
that W.
Yep. Right. Another brick in the wall is a basketball. That's a great.
We had a couple bricks in the
We
wall
had
tonight.
a few.
But that's all right. You know what? It's better to win and not play well than it is to play well and lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll take it and we'll move on. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks,
right.
Coach. We appreciate it. Pre-game coverage starts at 7:15 tomorrow night from Harrisburg, and tip-off around 7:30. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio, for my broadcast partner, John Homan, I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody. Thanks.